So hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming in to this video. Today is January 13, 2020, and I am on a mission to lose roughly 7 pounds or so. Thank goodness the sun came out, because this morning before I started shooting this thing it was really foggy out here. So let's get back to the weight loss challenge for myself. I am fighting high blood pressure, and so you know, I can't sleep, etc. Right? So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get back in shape and see if my health improved. But the big goal is to lose roughly 7 pounds. I'm at 100 and I'm 5'8", at 164, 163 or so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weigh myself every morning, hydrated of course, and see where I go. I'm gonna give myself 4 weeks, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 3 main exercises. I'm gonna walk roughly 9,000 steps a day. So you know, light walking, not a lot. 9,000 steps or 10,000 steps, or a minimum of 9,000 steps. I'm trying to get 250,000 steps a month. The other is push-up. I'm going to do a minimum of 100 push-ups throughout the day, either one settings or break it apart in so many days. So many times per day. There you go. And then squats. About 60 squats a day, minimum of 60 squats a day. I may break that up or I may do it in one setting. And that's all I'm going to do. The big thing is the diet. So I did add a few things to supplement my diet, and the hard part is to restrict it to 1,300 calories or so a day. And what's going to help me is an app. I use the Samsung Fit app. So far, that's I looked into it, and so far that seemed to be the best app. And I'll share with you as my journey traveled through this upcoming month. So let me share with you what I've added to my diet. Okay. And then there's measurement. So I'm going to use a scale, of course, I'm going to watch my vital signs, my pulse rate, my blood pressure, and my oxygen level, my SpO2, my oxygen level, my caffeine intake. Let me see what else. How I sleep. I do use a MyFit 4 band. It does not talk to the Samsung Fit, but I'll work around it. So with that, let's start off with, I'll share with you a few things that's a must for my diet, and then we'll start on exercise. Then I'll weigh, get myself weighed in, and then I'll start on the exercise, and I'll keep you an update every Monday morning for the next 4 Mondays. It's gonna be on one videos, of course. All right, so here we go. So what I'm gonna do first off is I did use a multivitamin. I started on this we'll start on a multivitamin. Once a day. You do not really need once a day, because when you urinate, it turns that fluorescent color. That means you're taking too much and it's spilling over into your urine. It's kind of hard on your kidneys. Same with the protein. The other thing I take is omega-3. I'm taking 3 tablets, so it's 3,000 milligrams a day. I just take that in one setting. So that's got 30 calories in it for 3 tablets, so that's part of the calorie counts also. Activia, some type of yogurt. It doesn't have to be Activia. I'll add 1 yogurt to my diet a day. And digestive health is a big thing, right? We all look at proteins, but we don't look at fiber. So the minimum requirement for your body a day is 30 grams of fiber, and it's extremely hard for an average person to get 30 grams of fiber in their diet. I have been trying to track my fiber previously, and the max I'll get is roughly 17 grams versus the 30 grams. So the challenge out there is to try to get over 30 grams. Trust me, it is extremely hard to get 30 grams of fiber in your diet in today's society. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this product right here. It's just amazing. It's a sugar-free product. I'm getting the sugar. They have the sugar product, but I prefer the sugar-free product. You guys know what it is. You know, you don't like the taste of it, add some vodka to it. I don't know. All right. So I also use this product here. It's these round little fiber tab. You guys know what it is. I'm not pushing for their product, so you guys don't need to see the label. But I'm going to also add this to my diet. And protein, for protein snacks, right? I do look at the label, and it seems like this is the best product because it's so easy to get protein and fats, but it's extremely hard to get fiber. So I'm looking at a product with, like this as a snack with a cup of tea. It's sweet and it tastes great with hot tea. So it's got 8 grams of fiber, and I don't really care much about the proteins, but because your body needs only 50 grams, roughly around 50 grams of protein a day, 45 to 50 grams of protein a day, and if you get too much of it, it spills over in your urine. So it is hard on your kidneys, right? So, but anyways, the snack is 170 calories, so I got to be real careful with this to keep my calorie counts down to roughly 1,300 a day. I do like this bar right here. I hate to show off the brand, but I do like this bar right here. It is higher in calories, but you know, you can change it up. Sorry about the wind noise if it's coming through the camera. But it's pretty decent. This is probably $1.25, and per bar, this product right here is half the price, about 70 cents, right? 60, 70 cents. All right. So that's all I'm going to add to my diet. I do eat fast food, Whoppers, spare ribs, and you know why I eat barbecue ribs, right? Because it tastes so much better than tuna, right? I just have to be careful how much of it I eat. And I'll show you what's going on in the Samsung app, right? Because it's pretty cool. If you get too much calories, it'll tell you so many. You know, you need to exercise so many additional minutes to average out to the calorie intake, to burn off the calorie, to average out your goals at the end of the day. It's a pretty cool app, and I'll show you how that works. So if I take in too much calories, then I might add another exercise to my routine. Besides the push-up, the squats, and the walking, I might get on a bicycle. I mean, not a bicycle, but a stationary bike. There you go. So with that, I'm starting to talk a little fast here because I want to keep this video just a little shorter than me rambling on. But with that, let me go get weighed in. I'll show it to you, and then we'll start on some of the exercise. You don't need any equipment to lose the weight. So as you can see, I have a little bit more that I'm trying to lose here. So hopefully that and the walking will control my blood pressure and get myself off that med. All right, so thank you. I'll be right back. All right, so the measurement. Only one thing I'm going to measure on the body is my abdominal girth. I'm not going to go with the chest. I'm not going to go with the arms. I'm interested in just dropping the weight off my belly. So we're going to see what's going on here. So right now, across the umbilicus, the belly button area, I'm sitting at 35.5 inches. So we're going to see where we go in 4 weeks, right? So this will be the first measurement, and then at the end of the 4 weeks, I'll measure it again. I'll keep you updated on with the scale every Monday morning, right? And we'll do a few minor exercises here. The main 3 that I'm going to do. All right. See you in a little bit. Okay, guys. So this is day 1, the weigh-in day. Let's see how much I weigh. I'm going to be using this hospital scale. It's a really accurate scale. It's an old hospital scale. Like I said before, I'm 5'8", and I can weigh 164 pounds, but I'd like to lose about 7 pounds. All right. All right. You see there, it's balanced, and it should balance itself out. Right, and it's 0 and 0. Right. So I'm gonna weigh myself. I'm in my undershorts, and my undershort, a light fitness tracker, and my phone. So here we go. 150, about 160. Let's see what happened here. 164. This is not right, is it? It says I'm too heavy. So I'm looking at 160. Huh. All right, it's balancing itself out. You can see it right there. All right, so the number there is 162.5. I'll be darned. I am weighed myself hydrated. Had a couple of cups of coffee this morning, and I did my stuff. So, and I'm gonna weigh myself every day. However, I'm only gonna record it for you guys once a week. So it's gonna be the next 4 or 5 Mondays. So I'm gonna give myself 4 weeks, like I said, to lose 7 pounds. Well, let's say to get down to 157. That's my goal. 157 is my goal. I was at 164, but I don't know what's going on here. But the goal is to get down to 157. Anything lighter than that is great. All right, and then the key is to keep it off. All right, I'll keep you guys updated. So hey guys, you just saw the weigh-in, and now I'm going to do a few push-ups. I'm going to do my push-ups that I set for myself to do, and then we're going to go for a short walk, and then do some squats or whatever I need to do to get my reps in and my steps in. It will not be aggressive exercise, just to demonstrate that, or try to demonstrate that I can lose weight without all the expenses, right? And without major intense workout, just on minor exercise and diet. So with that, let's do the push-up. You won't see me go for a walk because it's kind of boring, and then we'll do some squats on the other side. All right, so here we go. Ready? You want to come down a little bit? All right, so now the squats. The goal is 60 or more a day. So it's a nice view. So here we go. So that's the floating duck. So that's 30. I'm glad that thing's making noise so you guys don't hear my knees pop. All right, back to our walk. So hello everyone. So it is Sunday night before the weigh-in, my first weigh-in of the week, my first full week of being on a diet. So let me share with you the app that's helping me out here. I'm using the Samsung Health app. The steps here is it says here 6,318. It's not really six. I mean, that's exactly what I took when I had the phone with me. I don't use that. I use a pedometer here. So it shows here I have over 10,000 steps today. So as you can see, let me take that back. All right, so that's not accurate, but the software also showed that I did 144 minutes of activity. That's when the phone's not on a charger, or I'm doing other activities that that I don't have the phone with me, but it recommends 100. Look like it's 180 minutes a day. These are some of the exercise that they have. You can push and track it. You know, you can walk with it, run with it, or whatever it is. So the 3 core exercises that I'm doing for this weight loss is the walk, push-ups, and squats. I can tell you this, I'm having a heck of a time with doing 60 squats a day. I try to do a little more, but that's not working out because it is pretty tough for me. So I've been successfully walking over 9,000 steps a day. You know, just regular, not just going out for a walk, but just, you know, regular activities. Food consumption, my goal was 1,200. My goal for losing 2 pounds a week was to consume 1,261 calories. That's extremely hard to do because I do snacks and drink beer and eat high calorie food. However, this app does have a feature where it tells you what you need to do to burn off the excess calories, and I'll show you that in a couple of seconds. You know, you clicked on the food, and it'll tell you, you know, how well I've done, and where my intakes are, and it gives you a score of how poor of a balance my food. I'm like, you know, I'm at 45 of 100, so it's not. I didn't have very nutritional food today. You know, it is playoff season, but I did come close to protein, pretty close to fiber, and those are the 2 numbers. The fiber is my number 1 concern, and then sodium. I always seem to take that to an extreme. Well, anyways, so let's go back here to manage your weight. So I did go over the calorie quite a bit. So let's hit weight management, and they'll tell you what you need to do. Like, you know, I'm 117 calories over. If I don't eat anything for the rest of the night till midnight, I'll be in the good. But I will consume a few more beers, so we'll see what happened there. But they'll tell you get on the exercise bike. And I can tell you today, I did an extra hour and a half on the exercise bike just to get those numbers down. All right, so weight management, at the beginning of the week, I was 162.5. I haven't changed that, so I haven't lost anything. So tomorrow, like I said, it's the first weigh in. 8 cups of water, 8 ounces. That's a myth. You don't have to have 8 ounces of water. You hear that, but you drink until you're not thirsty anymore. That's it. So I do have an issue with hypertension, so my blood pressure is a little high. It should be below 180. I mean, it should be below 80. The diastolic should be below 80, and it's at 82. So that's why I'm trying to lose a few pounds here. Heart rate's okay. Stress, it's all right. And then I did get a good night's sleep last night. Usually I don't get that much sleep, but last night I did. And I drank 6 cups of caffeine. That's between teas and coffee. Let me show you how this thing works in the stress management, right? You hit measure, and they'll measure both your heart rate and your stress. For folks who know how to work this phone, just bear with me. This is for the folks who don't know how to use it. So I hit measure, right? And then you put your thumb over the light, over your, it's near your cameras, and then just take slow, deep breaths. All right, so my heart rate was a little high. I'm not stressed. My heart rate's a little high because my saturation level is 93%, and my beats per minute is 77. And usually a lot low. Usually running about the 60s. I just got off the bike and I'm making a video here. So, and then you can just rate there. You happy? I'm okay. Then you hit save and it logs it. And it does have some great exercise here. Let me show you that. It'll give this software here. You can hit this, and it'll you could do breathing exercise to bring down your stress level. And it does have quite a few recommended exercise down here as you go through. So it's a great app that I'm using here to help me control my weight. So with that, I just summed up this little piece of software here that I use to help me out. Hope you enjoyed it. So tune in the next tomorrow morning. I'll wait, but you'll see it here in a couple of seconds. All right, take care. Okay, so good morning, everyone. This is the first complete week weigh-in. All right, so as you can see, the scale is balanced, and it's 0 and 0. All right, so let's see how I did. Again, this is done with a phone in my hand, and so there's the 150 and my fitness monitor. All right. 150. So 150. Is that right? And it's a little heavy at 161. Okay, it's trying to balance out at 161 and a half. There it is. So I went from 162 and a half to 161 and a half in 1 week. That's 1 pound. At this rate, I did go kind of hot wild yesterday with the playoffs. So, anyways, so I do need to try to lose about 2 pounds a week. So the first week is 1 pound. It's not bad, but you know, I usually can gain that back in a day, in a minute. All right, so stay tuned. Yep. Are at the second week, 2 full weeks of me being on a diet and the exercise program. So let's see how much I weigh. All right, so this is the weigh-in of the second full week. Starting to move a little bit. So 158 is a bit heavy. So I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. Bear with me. So 167 and a half is a bit too light. So let's call it one. There it is. So let's call it 158. All right, so we started off at 162 and a half, and in 2 weeks, I'm down to 158. So we're looking at 4.5 pounds, which is about right. I was hoping to lose a little more, maybe another pound, but 4.5 pounds, 2 pounds a week. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna see what happens. We have 2 more weeks to go, and you know, I might end it in 1 week. I might end it this coming Friday because this is Monday. I might end it Friday and see where I'm at, and start a new program in February on the 1st. Now I had a couple of different exercises. All right, see you in a week. So hello everyone. So it's been 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Today is Saturday, February 1st, 2020. So I have 2 more days for the third weigh-in, but I'm going to go ahead and end this program and start a fresh program 1 February. The challenge was to lose about 2 pounds a week, and then I think I'm gonna be extremely unhappy with this weigh-in, but I think I really need to look at body fat composition versus the weight. I'll do both. I think the right way to go is body fat versus weight. So I'm going to do the weigh-in, and then I'm going to stop this program. I'm also going to use this video as part of the next video to start the new month, and I'm going to add a few additional exercise. So I'm looking at right now I'm doing minimum 100 push-up and minimum of 60 squats a day, and the goal is to get as many steps in as possible, a minimum of 8,000 steps. If you have an extremely cold day or a wet day out there, then I'll get on a bicycle. So the new exercise I'm going to incorporate into my daily regimen for the next month is going to be some weight training, get some dumbbells and some crunches, and using like a ball to help with that. 3 sets of curls and a minimum of 100 crunches a day. And then continue with the walk, continue with push-up. I might go from 100 push-up to 200 push-ups a day, and then stick with the 60 squats, or a minimum of 60 squats, a minimum of 200 push-up. I'm also going to start a hashtag no gym needed tweet out there, so you guys can follow if you want. And this is a personal challenge. This is my personal journey. So I'm gonna get on the scale here. Enough of the gabbing. So I'll get on the scale and see what's going on here. So I'm looking at 150, and it's still too light. All right, so 111, 161 is, we're looking at 11 here. 161, 160, 160 is a little less than 160 there. So I'm gonna take it up to 160. Yeah, so let's call that 160. Let me see. Yeah, 160. So I guess we'll go with the goal. I mean, I like to get down to 150 now, but let's look at the body fat. I'm at 100. No, I'm at 70. Well, let's see, 80 lean and 20 fat. And I'll use those numbers, and I'll try to get my fat down to maybe 10%, 15%, 10%. We'll see where we go with that. I feel a little bit better in my day-to-day activity. Blood pressure is still a bit high. I'm not sure if I'm going to get off the medications or not. I'm not on a lot of meds, but it is still a bit high. So with that, signing out, and join me next month with the program. I'm out of here.
Workout paused. Workout resumed.